Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today is Monday night, and the new notices have arrived, so I am going to be getting into these here in a second. However, I think the more interesting thing than the news is that on the Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis official X page, they have released a roadmap for the end of the year. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is jump over to this right here. All right, and I'm going to be showing you guys the roadmap and just kind of taking a look at it. I'm going to load this right here. Hopefully I'm not blocking the little part down here at the bottom, but I'm just going to slowly go over this. I know that it came out, I think, last night or really early this morning. So some of you guys might have had a chance to take a look at this, but honestly, I'm super psyched. So here, right here, it says more info October 9th. All right, so this is, I'm guessing, going to be the new First Soldier chapter release. If there is going to be, a young Angeal, this is the time. I've personally, I really like the idea of a young Angeal coming into the game. I've heard some comments, or I've read some comments from people saying, with more and more characters coming into the game, there's less space on banners, and some characters are already being neglected. Now, I totally see and feel where you guys are coming from. Popular characters are always going to get on a lot of these banners, but then other characters that might not be as popular with the general population of Ever Crisis, don't get as much love on these banners. And I feel like this is just kind of like a catch-22 problem that is just going to get probably increasingly worse as we continue, right? Because let's say in 2 years from now, they put out a character roughly every 3 months in the game, right? So in 2 years from now, that's adding what, 8 characters to the game. Let's just assume they add 8. We're at 13 right now. Let's just say 20. Then it's certain characters are really not getting on banners. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to navigate this. Is the solution to just not bring new characters at all? I don't think that's necessarily a solution, but honestly, I don't know what the solution is. I feel like this is just a problem that Applebot is just going to have to deal with. But personally, I would like to play a young Angeal. It sounds cool. It's new. I mean, personally, I'm hoping for Genesis. I mean, drop Genesis in the game. I'm happy for that. So even if Genesis gets one weapon a year, I'll be amped on that. All right, so other than that, guys, we have a Pumpkin Fest Attack of the Dark Army General, which looks like, something similar to maybe what we had last year. It looks a little bit different. The pumpkin guy looks interesting. I think this is actually in the news that I'm going to get to here in a second. Then we have the double summon Shiva and Ramu, which I think is going to be pretty cool. I think that I was talking to my friend Chaos43, and he was saying that it would be better, I think, to have a pure DPS summon rather than a support summon like Crimson Flare. And the thing with Crimson Flare is that it's great, right? But we never see fire content, and that's because I think with Crimson Flare paired with Hellfire, it's essentially super OP, and you can kind of cheese a lot of stuff. And so I think it just fire got too strong too fast, and then it kind of just fell off the map. So I don't know. I think I would like to see either a pure damage summon would be great, or maybe a buff to ice and lightning at the same time, so that it's a summon that kind of does both. I mean, it is both of them, so I feel like that would make sense. Then we have a brands update coming at the end of October. Use multiple branding stones at once. That'll be fantastic. So I'll just be saving and probably do so much branding then. Still to this day, it's not like I'm going through my armory box just branding everything. When I come across a hard content, if I lose, then I'll slowly tweak my team, and then I'll start branding the weapons. But I play the game as it asks to be played. All right, then in November, we have a new Crisis Core story coming out, Chapter 5 release, so that'll be cool. We have a special vent, and it's super glowy and shiny and full of all these colors, so it's getting my hopes up just looking at it. I hope it's really, really cool. Then we have the Summit Ifrit stream expansion right here. This, I feel like we've been waiting for a very long time, getting Ifrit to level 10. So honestly, that looks really cool. I'm super excited for that. I'm excited to fight the harder Ifrit. It's going to be really fun, I think. All right, then we have a function update, Guild Shop update, okay, where I think you can like buy out the shop in one click, and then a weapon enhancement update as well. All right, I'm not exactly sure what this entails. I'm sure they've touched on it somewhere here and there, but when we get to the end of November, we'll all figure it out. Then we have a new chapter release at the beginning of December. It doesn't. Oh, is this regular Final Fantasy? I'm not actually sure which this is for. Maybe it's for First Soldier because it has the same background as this one over here. We know this is a First Soldier story chapter release. All right, but I guess we'll see when we get closer. Then we have a seasonal event for Christmas and the holidays. And then the best thing on this entire roadmap, the arrival of Titan. Now, for those of you guys who saw my video where I think it was a battle ranking where I needed an ATB boost weapon, and so I got Sephiroth's freaking tree branch, only the most ultimate weapon in all of Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. And I got it because it has Earth Resist on it. I was like, I feel like the next summon is going to be like Titan or Golem, probably Titan, right? And here we go. There it is. I did see in the data mine that Odin might be a thing, so Odin would be super cool too. And then last but not least, we have the Year's End campaign, and then we have the Happy New Year right here with Sephiroth and Cloud in their previous year's New Year garbs. So yeah, guys, that's going to conclude the roadmap. It looks pretty chill. I mean, there's nothing crazy here, but I really am excited about actually a new summon coming to the game. Titan's going to be a lot of fun, so I am freaking down for that. All right, now let's jump over to the actual news in the game. Okay, so from what I see, we do have an upcoming campaign schedule right here. So I'll just take a look at this. So we have Weapon Enhancement Boost Campaign from now until the 6th of October, Chocobo Expedition Boost Campaign from the 6th to the 13th, a Materia Boost Campaign from the 13th to the 20th, and then Premium Quests from the 20th to 27th, and Character Boost from 27th to the 3rd. All right, so just like do what you need to do during those times to reap those benefits. We do have 4 returning Crisis dungeons on now. If you guys are looking to clear these dungeons, I have guides up for all of these dungeons currently. Just go to my YouTube channel, go to the playlists, look for Crisis Dungeons, and you can find hard versions of these runs and very hard version of the runs as well. All of them guided out, etc., etc. All right, I think that's going to basically conclude it here. September 30th is when they drop. All right, I think that's literally today. So it looks like these Crisis Dungeons are in the game right now. All right, and then we have, here we go, Event Pumpkin Fest Attack of the Dark Army General coming soon. All right, so it does look like this is going to launch on the, the patch day of this week. And then it does look like the new First Soldier chapter should be next week on the 9th. Okay, so we will see finally after all this. I'm going to have to put up like a community post asking who thinks Angeal is going to drop and who does not think Angeal is going to drop, because it's like pretty split down the middle right now. So we'll just have to see. All right, guys. Well, that is going to conclude my notices video for the day. I did get several new members on my YouTube channel that I just want to personally thank you guys. Thank you, FILKRY, Are You Serious, and Chaos43 Gaming. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this video today, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.